So, Trank, Tron, and Nev decide to head to the leader's palace and put a virus in the system to stop it working.
I never had the patience to sit down and learn things. I mean, downloading just seems so much more practical, know what I'm saying?
Oh, really, dear Nev? I never would have guessed that.
That's why I love using a tube catcher. So we cut to the palace where Grandpa is being kept, and surprise, surprise! The leader is the villain!
I might have known you were behind this, dictator!
Come now. Why let such harsh words ruin our reunion, old friend? Oh,
Old friend, we both know you've never had any friends but money and power!
you know I can't argue with your impeccable logic, my good friend.
I'm not your friend, buddy!
You know, I think I finally figured out this movie's deal. It's a conservation film. Remember when I did that review of Osamu Tezuka's Boggy Monster of Mighty Nature? Same kind of scenario. The message behind that movie was how it was wrong to abuse wildlife just for science experiments. I could have easily done without all the cheesecake thrown in, but it delivered the message well. What's the message of this movie? Diesel is evil and electric is perfectric. But you know what? Bullshit. Are you telling me that Captain Crunch here, who has been leader of New Iron City for God knows how long, has now decided to turn evil and turn civilization into his own cronies so that he can be evil, I guess? It doesn't even make sense that the leader is the bad guy. Wouldn't it be better if there was another robot playing the villain, kidnapping the leader so that he can have power? This movie doesn't make any sense!
You've been resistant to our regime for some time now.
Somebody's got to speak out against these fool ideas of yours!
Why should we go back to using petroleum when we've already discovered the wonders of hybrid electricity?
Shut up! I'm trying to watch Metropolis! But little does the leader know, our robotic trio has reached the palace gates.
Why do you suppose there aren't any guards around?
That's because the leader figured no one would make it through the electric forest.
That place gives me a bad feeling.
Oh, sure. I mean, it's not like they could have just gone around the forest rather than going through it. Speaking of which, here comes the trash can of doom again. And once again, Trank beats it simply by diverting it into a large puddle of oil.
Drake, quick, turn around!
Watch out!
Drake,
Behind you!
Yeah, you were a little late on that line, Nev. But no biggie, we'll just leave it in. Back in the control room, we see the Führer reprogramming Grandpa into one of his servants. But Trank, who somehow escaped the grasp of the monster, pops out from the oil vat and is ready to save the day! What the hell just happened? Trank spews oil and the robot starts sparking for some reason? Did somebody forget to add in an oil spraying effect here? So, after using sheer will to beat the Securitrons, Trank pretends to be one of the brainwashed bots before he puts the virus into the computer, which breaks the transmission and brings all the robots back to normal. Now, no longer under his control, the Securitrons arrest the Führer, and the bots head back to New Iron City, and that's pretty much it. We don't see how the other bots in New Iron City turned out, and we never see the Builder again. It just stops.
Break my red-hot glowing ass. Wait a minute. Red-hot glowing ass? I'll be right back. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, yeah.
This movie sucks nuts and bolts. The animation is lazy and unfinished, the writing is a mess, the dubbing is completely off, and there's plot holes galore. And on top of that, the movie is just boring. The characters are boring. The animation is boring. The story is boring. The only interesting things I can point out are the large amount of Star Wars Easter eggs in the Builder's Workshop. I'd go as far as to say the Star Wars Christmas special was more interesting than this. I've been into robots and killer robots almost my whole life, and I can safely say that this, along with Robot Combat League, is one of the lamest excuses for robotic entertainment in history. Hell, I'd rather watch the little robots than ever have to watch this again. Hardcore headache and a saw blade to the skull for the tiny robots. May this movie rot in the pit of oblivion. cease. Alright, Scotsman, you lose. Give me back my bots.
Alright, you look mad. Here's your robots. Now get that out of here.
Thank you for your time, Scotsman. I look forward to beating your bot in the future.
Wow, look at that experience.
And the Boosters. Take it over to the ringside with our judges. John, you have a decision point.
Hey, sickos! I got my bots back. Yay! But that's not all I got. Hey, he stole my bots and then beat my ass. Burn! And maybe watch some crappy robots rip off. At least I got something in return.
Hey, wanna look at some robot porn?
Robot porn. Let me think. No!
But it's Sewer Snake.
I don't care.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
D-minus countdown. All systems ready for combat. Activate section 5.
Sir Killalot.
Push button, remote control. Hammers and androids ready to roll. With a smash from Sergeant Bash. Smash behind the death metal. Sir Killalot's got a plot to unsettle. The sacrificial program on a silicon sword. Electro armor plated, devastating kind of torture. War on wheels. The island still real round to pound you down. Make it gonna feel the end is nigh.
3, 2, 1.
Again, I see your circuit sealed in the words for wearing. I shatter your shell, I can eat your whole tearing. Sir Killalot, he's got a life for main men, and names so many that ain't any claiming. I'm hailing your failure and fool the game, you're on fire. Why? The fuel will fire, get high, high, that's where you fit. He's put him in the fire pit.